Hey, this is Lewis. Sorry about the weird angle, but this is the safest way for me to do this. I'm in almost in Seattle. I'm driving over the pass right now, the Snoqualmie Pass, and there's an accident ahead that's got us backed up for about an hour or so. I just spent 2 weeks a little over 2 weeks in Idaho. I bought 5 acres of land there with my girlfriend, my future wife, and went there, did a lot of cleaning, got to know the neighbors, man, what a contrast. Just the people, the land, the atmosphere, it's everything about it. And I was talking to my neighbor Neil this morning. I'd borrowed his shotgun, so I was giving his shotgun back before I got back to, before I left the mountain. And it's just I killed a bird and a turkey. First time killing anything bigger than a mouse, and I don't think I've killed a mouse since I was like 15. So I don't kill things. Not generally my modus operandum. MO, and man, that was a real experience, it's just a turkey. It's just like a 15-pound bird, but I shot the turkey, and as I got up to the turkey, I was like, you see how beautiful the creature it was. It was a real, man, it was sad. It was I felt so sad. It's not like I was sad that I killed this thing. It was just, it was intense, and fucking turkey. I shot it in the head and the wing, the shotgun from 30 yards away, and I kind of just knocked it out or something, and I came to, and I had to cut its throat, and it was just intense. And I cleaned the turkey, plucked its wings, time consuming process, and and it was just a beautiful creature, and man, and as I'm plucking these wings, the feathers, and undressing this turkey, it went from this beautiful thing to this something that you would see at the grocery store wrapped in cellophane, wrapped in plastic. And it was super intense. And talking to my neighbor about that, he's like, we're just, how fortunate we are that on the mountain there, that there is this abundance of wildlife. And I shot that turkey from my porch, or from my friend's porch. I'm staying at his cabin while I build my cabin. But it's just like, and they had shot a deer, and I had skinned a deer, helped them clean the deer, and that was super intense, and that was also really sad. I mean, it was a beautiful doe, and but once you cut away the skin, cut the head off, pick the entrails out, hang it up. It's just a piece of meat that you would buy at the grocery store, if they sold it. And it's just like, what a wave of mixed feelings, because I had gone to the local cafe that morning before I killed the turkey, and I ate a cheeseburger, big old beef patty, and I had this like sort of reverence for this bird that I killed, and weighed on me, and I was it was an emotional thing for me to do, and the disconnect that we have with our food is, I had known this, having talked to lots of hunters, and just knowing the reality of our situation as pretty much domesticated human beings, but it's a weird thing to take a life, and I know it's just a bird, but still, like, the fact that I participate in this meat machine of like cheeseburgers. I go to the grocery store pretty much every day to pick up a piece of meat and some bread and stuff like that. And even the bread's not bloodless. Like, you gotta think of how many rabbits and field mice and get chopped up in those tillers when they go harvest the wheat. There's a lot of blood on our hands, and all the hypocrisy and the willful ignorance around all of it. It's easy to point out, but when you experience it, as like a willful participant, it's not something that was thrust upon me or I was born into. I chose. I didn't need to kill that turkey, but I'm going to eat the turkey, and it was part of this, like, well, I'm planning on homesteading. I want to raise some goats and chickens and ducks, and I'm going to be killing lots of things. So in a way, I had to get my feet wet. So a lot of mixed emotions, but what a beautiful thing, Well, the bird is. If you've never seen a wild turkey up close before, man, they're beautiful. They're a really handsome creature, and I'm so fortunate that I found this piece of land, and that the neighbors that I have are of the same mind of, like, it's time to get out of Dodge as far as leaving these cities go, and just the reverence we have for the stewardship of the land and the cultivation of game, and it's just so interesting and fulfilling and raw, and it's just like everything, it seems so full of meaning, but like at the same time, man, switching gears a little bit, as I've already talked for 9 minutes, what a struggle. That mountain, it is May, and it was dumping snow. It's 20 degrees, 30 degrees. We got out of there because there's nothing we can do as far as we were there to develop our property a little bit, and there's just nothing we could do in this weather. The ice had thawed, and it was just so muddy, and then we were hoping it would dry out, and it just started dumping snow and rain day after day, and so we're just like, well, we're just waiting, and so we decided to come back to Seattle. So at least while we wait, we'll stay more comfortable, and I can make some more money while I'm here. But man, so fortunate to have this property, and my partner, man, she kicks ass. I shot that turkey. I ran up there, and it was a good shot. It was a good kill. I definitely will keep sharpening my knife more now, because I thought my knife was sharp, but it was not sharp enough. And the idea that I prolonged that creature's suffering just a few more seconds weighed on me. So man, gotta have a sharp knife. And but man, she I'd never cleaned a bird before, and she has, and man, that was pretty awesome. I mean, fucking ripping, cutting the tail off and pulling out the guts. It's not for the squeamish. And I think, like, I've been trying to figure out what I can say to these people, and to you, to those who listen to, who watch these videos. I appreciate that you guys are participating in this, and this is me cataloging myself, so that those who are interested can get to know me better, and maybe we can glean some information, upon our reflections about all this. But man, like, I really trying to figure out what can I say that hasn't been said, what can I articulate, and like, when I listen to Russell Brand, I've been listening to Russell Brand now for, I don't know, 6 months, a year, and to me, like, the guy might as well be the Messiah. He is so articulate, his talking points are so relevant, and they're so void of bias, other than the bias of free humanity, which is a bias I can get behind. But it's like, what can I do? Well, what can I say that hasn't been said 1,000 times? And so I've been trying to think about, what can I write? And I think, the writing is a good form for me, because I do have a way of articulating things that I can take complex ideas and simplify them. But, I think my experience in Idaho on this trip, I'm going to wrap this up here in a few minutes, is that the realness, the rawness of life there, is such a stark contrast to what I consider to be such a superficial existence in the cityscapes, in the society that is promoted on television and the media. It's so superficial. These people, a lot of them are scumbags. Some of them are recluse. Some of these people are inbreds and lumberjacks, and there's extreme poverty there. Some of these people are kooks. But then there's a segment of just disenfranchised individuals who see the superficialness of our society. We build things that don't last. We have short attention spans. Our music is about nothing. We have content for content's sake. I ask people what do you want to do with your life? And they're like, I want to be famous. And it's like, fame without virtue is nothing. I don't care how many people know who I am or like my videos or like my posts or follow me on, it doesn't matter to me per se. It's just so superficial. Like, it's just we have so many missed opportunities. And I'm such a believer in human beings too. Not to be a downer, but we are really missing the beat here. But man, I guess I don't really have a good point, but as let's wrap this up because I just have a few minutes left. I'm doing well. Financially, I'm in a weird place, but it's I'm doing good. Life's good. I have a great partner. We have shared goals. We're building together, and there's good things in my future, and I just want to, I just wish there was like some great observer or like that God would come down and just give me like the plan. Just tell me what to do. I'll do it. And unfortunately, that's not the nature of our existence. We have to figure this shit out for ourselves and build the world we want. And it'd just be a lot easier just to do what I was told. And unfortunately, all our leaders seem to be compromised, and no one's going to tell us to do what needs to be done. And so it's up to us to inject some sort of morality into our lives and to be virtuous. Despite if anyone listens or if anyone cares, it doesn't matter. You can be virtuous, you can be spiritual, you could be a good person, and without the need for a reward or applause. And I'm so fulfilled with my life already, and I'm only 34, and so I can honestly say being a virtuous, relatively good person is rewarding unto itself. Alright, my friends, best of luck to you. I'm reading a book on John Adams by, I think it's David McLaughlin or something. He's a well-known historian. Highly recommend it. I'm only a few chapters in, but I find his struggle akin to my own. So, there's that. All right, my friends, good luck to you. All right, bye.